Good morning all, it's Dave from the world famous Yorkshire Rose. Just want to come on this morning and wish you all a very, very happy Christmas. Just want to quickly take a look back at some of the stuff that we've done this year. So one of the things we've done, we've worked with Barnsley Hospice. They've actually got a very big unit up at Dodder where they sell lots of clothes. It's a very busy place, but not everybody can get there. So they hired a shop in the town centre and we were very lucky to be helped them, and we actually paid for the rent. So every penny that they took in their shop actually went direct to the hospice and they weren't spending it on rent. So we're very lucky to do that. You also may have seen that I did the Freddie Mercury dance. In fact, I'll put it on for you now to have a little watch. So yes, unfortunately that was me dressed up as Freddie Mercury, but we did raise a lot of money for charity. That was done by Amy's Cards. It's a 1980s living room that were in the market. There's some collection tools and all the money again was going to Barnsley Hospice. But I'm still heavily involved with Action for Barnsley's Homeless. We've now found a new venue. We're up at Worsborough Community Centre up in Worsborough Common. It's not quite as busy as the last place, but we still continue to support them, and we've agreed to pay their rent again for another 12 months, so they've got somewhere to go. So also this year we sponsored a up and coming fighter called Lewis Wood. He's a bit of a cage fighter, UFC fighter, and he's also just been picked to represent England, so we're actually supporting him and sponsoring him this year, so it allows him to concentrate more on his career. He can have a bit more time off work, and hopefully we'll see him on the TV sometime soon. Also this year you may have noticed we've set the Yorkshire Rose Cat Rescue, and I just want to thank everybody who's donated. The amount of cat food, the amount of toys, the donation that Katie's had has been unbelievable, so thank you so much. So far we've had 9 cats in, 3 of them have got new homes and a few more just going through the process now, so it was a great start to that. One of my biggest achievements this year is the Young Traders. As you know, it happens the second Saturday of every month in Barnsley Market. We get the Young Traders, and it's something I'm keen to be part of, as I had my own barber shop when I was 15, as most people know. And then every year they have like a final. I'm very lucky to be one of the judges, and we go through and we pick what we think are 3 of the best to represent Barnsley. They normally then go to Leeds for like a regional championship, and then they go to Stratford-on-Avon for a final. But this year, thanks to our support, we actually paid for all the marquees, we paid for all the event staff, and it meant that we could have the regional finals here in Barnsley, just out there in Bassworth Square. So we had over 50 young traders from all over the region, as far as Durham, come down and compete to get through to the final, which was down at Stratford-on-Avon. And some of our guys from Barnsley actually got through the proper final and went down Stratford-on-Avon, so that was another great achievement. Something else that we're very, very proud of is Base 71. If you've not heard about it, where have you been? It's Barnsley's new Premier Youth Centre. It opens in January. There's lots of things. There's dancing for kids, there's music rooms, there's a boxing gym, there's a gym they can use, there's kitchens, there's a climbing wall, there's a football pitch, there's tennis courts, there's basketball courts, and all this costs them just 50 pence every time they go. They go for as long as they want. It's 50 pence every time they go in. They can also get a hot meal. We were going to have to pay for the hot meals at a subsidised price, but again, we've been very lucky this year. We've actually paid for the first 2,000 kids that go. So hopefully, any kids that might not be getting the best of food at home for whatever reason, they've now got somewhere to go and get something to eat. So something else that we're extremely proud of. Also, we sponsored the Barnsley 10K again this year. We did it last year and we'll be doing it again next year. You may remember that I was also the last person to cross the line again. A couple of reasons. One, it means I've not got to run, I can just walk around. But second, and the most important reason, it means that when anybody takes part in the 10K, no one has to worry about being last, because I'm the last person to cross the line. And we had a lot of people messaging and said, Dave, I weren't going to do the 10K because I worried about being last, but once I knew you were going to be the last, I actually committed me, and we had more people sign up for Barnsley 10K and get off and get out, get some fresh air, get active, get fitter and take part in the 10K, and it's another great event for the town. So we've just been roughly totting up, and we believe this year we've given over 20,000 back to our local community as a company of Yorkshire Roads. Now it's very, very easy for me to sit here and say we've done all these great things, and they are great things that we've done, there's no doubt about it. It's making a real difference with our community, but without you guys buying a coffee from the coffee shop, without you booking on one of our holidays, booking on one of our day trips, buying trophies from a trophy shop, going to the dance academy, or even having your window cleaners by the Yorkshire Roads window cleaner, if you guys didn't support us by doing this, we wouldn't be able to do all these amazing things. So I just want to say a thank you to every single one of you who bought a coffee, had your windows clean, come to the dance academy, or booked a holiday, because it has made such a difference to our local community. So just want to say thank you so much to you all. Also, we've just ordered, you may remember, we've ordered 9 new coaches over the next 3 years. As first one comes in March. Here's a picture of it just here. These are special coaches. They're 14 metres long, so they're longer than we've ever had before. There's going to be even more leg room than normal, but what we're most looking forward to, at the back, we're going to have a fully fitted kitchen. It's got a microwave, it's got fridges on, it's got kettles on, lots of little bits on there, and then we're going to have a hostess on every one of these coaches, so you can have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, maybe a little drink, a glass of sherry, something like that. And we're not saying we're doing sandwiches or food or anything like that, but we're just going to see where it goes. But we're really looking forward, because we're always trying to up us game at Yorkshire Roads, as you know. We've still got space if you want to join us on our reunion. It's on the 17th of January. It is at the Village Hotel in Blackpool. We went there 2 years ago, and the reason we've gone back to this hotel, it is just great to deal with. The staff are great to deal with. The food were amazing. Nothing was too much trouble. There were plenty of parking for the coaches. There were plenty of parking for people that made their own way there, because some people made their own way to our reunion. Because one particular moment that personally for me I really want to just go back and look at, and this photo here for me tells 1,000 words. So this is Linda. She's a very, very special lady, someone I've known for a long time, and I used to take her all over when I was driving, and her husband used to carry her onto the coach, because unfortunately she struggled to get up the steps. She is in a wheelchair, as you can see, and she had to stop going on trips with us because she couldn't get up the steps. So obviously once we got these new wheelchair lifts, which is something I'm so proud of, she was our first customer to use it. As you can see on this photo, she looks just as scared as me. It's the first time we'd used it with a real person, and we'd had some training on it, but it was still very daunting. And you know, this has transformed Linda's life and so many other people's lives who were just perhaps couldn't get up the stairs and couldn't get out on holiday anymore, or stuck in a wheelchair, and it really has made a difference, and I'm so proud of that. So yeah, so that's it from me really. So obviously I just want to wish you all a very happy Christmas. This is just a bit of fun, it's just a bit of a joke. We did it last year and someone asked me to do it again this year. Obviously we're all sat here at home with us families, having a nice time. Not everyone is perhaps as lucky as us to be sat with the families or sat with the kids. You know, there is people out on the streets as we speak, you know, and it's a funny old world we're living into, and hopefully we can one day get that sorted out. I don't know what the answer is. We do as best with the homeless charity. We feed them once a week, but you know, just if you do see someone out on the streets or someone who's struggling, just say hello, ask them how they are. I'm not saying give them money or anything like that, but you know, just be polite, ask them how they are, because it can make such a difference to the day. We've got involved with something called Care Leavers Christmas Dinner. In fact, we've actually bought all their turkeys. So what it is, it's like kids who have been in care, that have worked their way through the care system, and then when they've got to 18, unfortunately, they kind of come out of care. They sometimes get a house somewhere, sometimes a shared house, but a lot of the time these kids, adults as they are now, because they're over 18, are now on their own. They've got no family. So what they do, they actually put a Christmas dinner on, and they bring about 30 to 40 of these adults in who are on their own at Christmas, and they make them a Christmas dinner. So we're very, very pleased to be involved with that year. I just want to give a massive shout out to everybody who's giving up their Christmas day to go and spend it with these young adults and actually give them a Christmas to remember it, so they're not just sat in a room on their own. So have a great Christmas, and I'll see you all soon.